are you? Yeah, mom's away. I need shoes. Yeah, mom's away. And they like know her. They like know her, and they know her in like a human way. It was really interesting to me. But she would just consider. We would be lucky enough to eat out at like a, because we didn't always when I was growing up, but sometimes we would. And she would say to me, stop eating. She'd be like, you're full. She said, let's save that. This is a lot of food. We can give this to the guy on the way home. And we would do that. And I'm just a kid watching this. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And she would go, there's an old man who's our neighbor. His grass is getting too long. We must go help him cut the grass. And I was like, this lady is insane. We're going to cut somebody else's grass? Is he paying us? No, he's not paying us. We're just doing this. He didn't even ask us, by the way. He didn't even seem to appreciate that we were going to do it, by the way. And I remember this one really sticks with me prominently because she said to me, I said, why are we doing this? Like genuinely, what are we, this is just torture. And she said, by considering others, you are also able to consider yourself. And she said, if this man doesn't cut his grass, you know what's going to happen? There's going to be rats in his yard. And she said, and do you know where the rats go? They're going to come to our house as well. And so she said, I'm cutting his grass for him, but I'm also cutting his grass for us. Mm-hmm. And so we can live in a world where we say, we don't cut grass for other people. Or we can live in a world where we say, if I'm able to, I'll cut their grass so that I also don't experience the rats. Mm-hmm. And so she said, so we're able, so I'm going to cut that grass. And I was like, I still don't know about this. But, and you know this, I mean, better than most people, but the modeling that a parent shows, like the things they show you, for good or bad, you learn. Mm. Mom's very loud and very big, but she knows that. She knows that she's even embarrassing for me when I'm like a kid in high school. She's like, oh, your mother embarrasses you. Even that for me, I think was a beautiful thing to experience as a child because it showed me that she at least considered how she was affecting me. Now, she didn't change it, Yeah. She was like, oh, you must be so ashamed. Oh, you look at your mother. I come in, I'm dirty and the car is horrible. And oh, you must be so ashamed. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And she wouldn't change it, but at least I knew.
Yeah, she was aware.
Yeah, and so I think that for me has been the biggest thing.
That's a nice one. The alternative is so funny. I'm just sort of playing the cutting the grass example, which is, we don't help the neighbor cut the grass. The rats come, and then we scream and yell and call the authorities so that he'll deal with his rat problem.
Yeah.
And the irony is like a little bit of generosity, a little bit of kindness to your mother's point of view, a little bit of consideration.
Yeah.
And this is a theme that comes up almost every time you and I talk, which is community.
Yeah.
And that's all that is. I think it's funny when people have less in lower income neighborhoods, people sit on the front porch and raise each other's kids.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you have wealth,
you move in.
You move in the backyard and you sue your neighbor because their branches are hanging over your fence.